Nito pong Martes lamang ay dumating sa Cebu ang 7,200 doses ng CoronaVac at kabilang sa unang nakatanggap ng alokasyon ay ang Vicente Sotto Memorial Medical Center kung saan po nagaganap ngayong araw ang ceremonial vaccination. Alamin natin ang latest ukol dito kasama mismo ang Medical Chief ng Vicente Sotto Memorial Medical Center, si Dr. Gerardo Aquino. Doc, magandang araw po.
I will not be acknowledging everyone except for the VIPs at the presidential table. Secretary Harry Roque, Undersecretary Bayugo, RD Bernadas, and Doc Aquino of the Vicente Sotto Memorial Hospital. And to the rest, good afternoon. This is not just memorable, but this is a historic event, not only for Vicente Sotto, not only for Cebu, but for the whole Visayas. And as the chief implementer, IATF chief implementer of Visayas, this is a welcome breakthrough for all the people in the Visayas. And as the designated Visayas vaccine chief implementer also, this is now the start of the roll-on of the vaccination in the whole Visayas. And initially, the vaccine that was announced to arrive previously was AstraZeneca, but because of any reason, Sinovac came first. And again, even what vaccine will arrive, for me personally, I will volunteer to be the first one to be vaccinated. May it be Pfizer, may it be AstraZeneca, or may it be Sinovac. Because I see it as an opportunity for every one of us to be part of the noble purpose of the government, to make everyone safe and to open up the economy, to bring back our normal lives. So this is indeed a breakthrough to all of us. And as far as the preparation of the vaccination programs on these initial vaccines that will be arriving to the priority groups, we are ready. In coordination with OPAV, in coordination with DOH, and the business sector and the LGUs. We are on having this appropriate preparation to welcome even the vaccination at the community level, the vaccination of everyone. So hopefully, many more vaccines will arrive immediately, and we can implement this. And I would like to enjoin everyone, especially the healthcare workers, who are now the priority of this vaccination, to be part of this, and to other groups that are also on priority, and to all in the community to be part of this. We can do it. Let's be together and heal as one. Daghang salamat, mayong hapon.
Thank you so much, General Feliciano. O tinuod yun, ani ana sa Cebu ang res bakuna. Alright, so now, ladies and gentlemen, we have our representative from Malacanang from the Office of the President, Rodrigo Rua Duterte, our Secretary Hermenio L. Roque Jr., the presidential spokesperson for his message. A round of applause, please.
Other the whole afternoon. But this is one occasion where the act of vaccination speaks louder than any words that I could utter today. And because of this, let me limit myself to the following points. Number one, the President said that the solution to the pandemic is the vaccine. And the vaccine, as he promised, is here. The vaccine is the light at the end of the tunnel that we have been looking forward to, and it is here. Number two, we would like to express our profound gratitude to the People's Republic of China, because for the second time around in recent history, the first being the Marawi siege, China has again proven that when we are in need, they are there to provide assistance. Maraming salamat po. At para po, a third point, the message of the President for the rest of the nation. Konting antay lang po. Darating po ang bakuna sa lahat at magbabalik buhay po tayo dahil sa bakuna. Mabuhay po ang Cebu. The final point I want to say is whether or not AstraZeneca will arrive tonight. Ang sabi ko, wala akong pakialam. I have to be with my people on this historic moment. I love you, Cebu.
Thank you very much, Secretary Roque. So we will now hear from the Department of Health, Field Implementation Coordination Team, USEC Gerardo V. Bayugo.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, and pleasant good afternoon po to everyone. Allow me to just pay respect to our dignitaries, especially Secretary Harry Roque. Sir, good afternoon. To the Chief Implementer for Visayas, General Melquiades Feliciano, sir, and our beloved RD from DOH, Dr. Jimmy Bernadas, and our Chief of Vicente Sotto Memorial Medical Center, Dr. Jerry Aquino, and to all our friends and allow me to please again reiterate the gratitude of the Philippines to the People's Republic of China. Sir, Consul General Jaili, thank you very much. In behalf of the Department of Health, we are very grateful. Thank you very much. Today, we are making history as we conduct the first COVID-19 vaccination in the Visayas. After almost a year, when COVID-19 was declared a pandemic by the World Health Organization in March 11, 2020, we have finally reached this milestone. And the past year had been very challenging to all of us, to say the least, and most especially to our frontline workers, some of whom are here with us today. So for months, you have bravely and diligently tended to your afflicted fellow men. The long hours, the unending discomfort of donning and doffing your PPE, the anxiety over your own health and that of your family, it's difficult to imagine. Yet humbly, allow me to say from the bottom of my heart and on behalf of the Secretary of Health, Secretary Francisco T. Duque III, and the entire Department of Health, thank you for your service. We are truly in awe to your dedication and your courage. Some of your comrades are not anymore in service, either by choice or by consequence of this disease that we are battling. But you are still here with us today, still alive. So we offer you this vaccine as part of our responsibility to uphold your well-being and assure additional armor and protection and your families. Vaccines work, we all know that. The thousands of scientists, experts, and health leaders that have come together to develop the COVID-19 vaccines know that. The CoronaVac COVID-19 vaccine is a manifestation of that unprecedented scientific innovation and dedication to global health. Philippine government has moved mountains because we want to save lives not just from the COVID-19 but also from poverty and hunger caused by the economic stress of this pandemic. As with all the vaccines given by the Department of Health, know that the department would never knowingly put anyone in harm's way. It is our utmost duty to guard your health and well-being, and we will continue to fulfill that duty to the best of our ability. This disease has had the upper hand for too long. Now is the time to fight back. Panahon na para mag-rest bakuna. Sama-sama tayo sa Vida Vaccination. Daghang salamat. Magandang hapon po muli sa inyo lahat.
Thank you so much, Yus Gerardo Bayogo. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, we are reminded that DOH has an utmost duty to guard the health of our people. And DOH cannot do that alone because we also need other departments of our government to do that. And to help us also be reminded with our duty, we have our Undersecretary for Mindanao Affairs and Special Concerns of the Department of Interior and Local Government. Please welcome Undersecretary Marjorie N. Halusos. A round of applause, please.
Akong dakong pagyukbo o pagtao sa atong mga distinguished guests. Special mention ko lang ang atong good friend, Secretary Harry Roque. Sa tanang naadinhi, maayong hapon kanatong tanan. Thank you very much to our Chinese friends. On behalf of Secretary Eduardo Año, the Department of the Interior and Local Government expresses our utmost support to the national government's COVID-19 immunization program, which utilizes a whole-of-government and whole-of-society approach in order to harmonize the efforts needed for its successful and effective implementation. We have directed the local government units to create vaccination operation center and VOC hotlines and formulate their vaccination plan. In Region 7, 20 out of the 136 LGUs, including the 3 highly urbanized cities, namely Cebu City, Mandaue City, and Lapu-Lapu City, have created their respective VOCs as of March 2, 2021. The preparation for the master list of priority eligible vaccinees and existing human resources and personnel needed in the vaccination program, such as doctors, nurses, barangay health workers, and other medical personnel in LGUs, is also ongoing right now. Cebu City has been identified as one of the priority areas in the country for the rollout of vaccines. DILG Cebu City deployed our hard contact tracers to augment the workforce of the local vaccination operation center. This can actually be replicated in our LGUs as well. Moreover, our LGUs are finding ways to identify the areas for possible vaccine centers, available cold chain storage, and other logistical requirements for easy implementation of the program. We likewise issued an advisory encouraging all component cities and municipalities with available funds and seeking authorization for emergency use for the purchase of COVID-19 vaccines to coordinate with the respective provincial governments in undertaking the procurement process, and for these provinces to coordinate with DOH and Vaccine CSAR Secretary Lito Galvez Jr. in negotiating with the potential suppliers for the provisions of vaccines. Due to the current limited supply of vaccines, LGUs intending to procure vaccines under authorized emergency use are advised to procure not more than 50% of their vaccine requirements. For those components LGUs that intend to procure vaccines but lack of funds for the purposes, they are advised to coordinate with their provincial government for possible assistance in accessing the provisions of vaccines. Now that the vaccination rollout against COVID-19 has started, I urge all the barangay officials, tanang naa sa atong mga barangay officials, DILG officers, and members of local BOCs to strengthen our information dissemination campaign on the national vaccination program. Ayaw jud mo kahadlok, kay dili man muhatag ang atong gobyerno kung dili ni siya safe. DILG has issued a memorandum circular allowing all barangays to conduct their barangay assembly for the first semester of 2021 on any of the Saturdays or Sundays of March 2021. Para this is the right venue and this is your chance na inyong ipaabot sa tanang mga kaigsuunan natin o sa tanang barangay ang ating rollout sa vaccines. Moving forward, let us keep our faith that this pandemic will soon come to an end. Lahat po tayo, mauna ang ating gipangandoy. This COVID-19 vaccine rollout for one, give us a glimmer of hope. Rest assured, the DILG is one with you in this fight against this invisible enemy. We shall and we soon heal as one. Congratulations sa tanan og amping kanunay. Maayong hapon kaninyong tanan. Maraming salamat po.
Daghang salamat. And we have been assured that any vaccine that has been approved by the FDA for safety and efficacy is safe and efficacious against COVID-19. We would like to hear from the Food and Drug Administration, Ms. Salome Largo, in behalf of Director Irene D. Florentino Carinas.
Of Dr. Irene Florentino Carinas, FDA Cluster Director for Visayas. To our dearest distinguished guests, DOH partners, and other agencies, healthcare workforce, colleagues, guests, and friends, a pleasant afternoon. It is with deep pride, great hope, and high confidence that the Food and Drug Administration workforce has been able to deliver and execute our mandate to safeguard our general public against any substances and devices that may cause them harm, especially in these trying times. We are humbled and fulfilled at the same time for the opportunity and trust given to us in order to ensure that the only safe, effective, and quality vaccines may reach our shore amid this COVID-19 pandemic. We are grateful to the Chinese government for donating this much needed commodity to our people. So we are not live anymore in constant fear of contracting the coronavirus infection. We likewise appreciate our principals and leaders in the government for being relentless in performing their task to push everyone's limits and achieve our goals toward putting a stop to this global health crisis. We are truly inspired by your leadership. Rest assured that the Food and Drug Administration will persevere to its job with your cooperation and help, of course. We will continue our commitment to ensure public health safety. And we will always perform our best despite our inadequacies in manpower and equipment. Thank you very much, and may we all reach our objective of achieving herd immunity in our country. Mabuhay po tayong lahat. Daghang salamat. May God bless us all.
Madam, to that's from the FDA. So we would like also to remind the public that the best vaccine is the one which is available. Alright? So now, ladies and gentlemen, we would like also to listen to the Office of the Presidential Assistant for the Visayas. We have our representative, Attorney Maraon. A round of applause, please. Representing Asek Gonzalez.
To our distinguished guests, to the presidential spokesperson, Secretary Harry Roque, and to all the public servants together here this afternoon, good afternoon. Today marks the beginning of the end of the chapter that is the COVID-19 pandemic for Cebu and the rest of the Visayas. Although COVID is here to stay, with the vaccines coming in, it will just be a matter of time that COVID will no longer constrain the way of life that we have been accustomed to. As Cebu is set to start the vaccination of our frontliners today, we now have an increased sense of hope for a healthy and bountiful future for humanity. That despite what we have been through the past year, we as a people still emerge victorious in this battle. As we roll out this nationwide vaccination program, it is very important to even heighten our security and caution. Sensitive to the vulnerability of our high-risk family members, when the time comes and everyone would get their vaccine jabs, we will be in a better place to reclaim a part of normalcy. Be warned still that even after inoculation, our health protocols would remain embedded in our lifestyle. Our gratitude to President Rodrigo Roa Duterte for his eagerness and drive to secure vaccines for the Filipinos. As he said, the Philippines is not Metro Manila alone. That is why we have this event today. Cebu, as one of the populous areas in the country, we were given doses of the vaccines to be given to our health frontliners, who have been serving tirelessly to keep our people safe and well. The President is working the best and the most that he can to provide vaccines for everyone. In support of the President, former SAP and now Senator Christopher Lawrence, Kuya Bongo, as the chairman of the Senate Committee on Health, has also been hands-on in finding ways to keep the people, especially the underserved, safe and provided for. We also thank the government of the People's Republic of China, represented today by Consul General Jialing, for donating to us our initial doses of the CoronaVac Sinovac. For this act of generosity and for all other assistance we've received, we remain thankful. With this, we encourage everyone to avail of the vaccine once it is your turn according to the guidelines. It has been said that a global pandemic requires a world effort to end it. No one is safe until everyone is safe. As reassured by our experts, the vaccine is safe and effective and there's no reason for you not to get your jab. Aniya na ang res bakuna, human ang usa ka tuig, mo resbak na kita busa magpabakuna. On behalf of Secretary Michael Lloyd Eldino and ASEC Joji Gonzalez, the Office of the Presidential Assistant for the Visayas extends its gratitude to everyone, especially our partners in the national government, Visayas COVID-19 Action Plan Chief Implementer General Mel Filasiano, the DOH-7 headed by Dr. Jaime Bernadas, and VSMMC led by Dr. Gerardo Aquino Jr., as well as our private sector partners for making this ceremonial inoculation a successful one. Our office will continue to support and assist the people of Visayas in our fight towards health and economic progress. For now, let us focus on healing as one. Daghang salamat ug maayong hapon kanatong tanan.
Daghang salamat, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Maraon. So, Dr. Helen, Attorney Maraon. Alright, we would like also to inform our guests that where we are right now is the Center for Behavioral Sciences.
Yes.
This is the actual vaccination post of Vicente Sotto Memorial Medical Center. So that is why it's really good that we have you here because we have step 1 to 6 in the entire building. Alright?
Yes, so thank you very much for providing, for giving us your interest and your day and your time and attention today for this historic event. The next step now is to have the pledge of commitment.
Yes.
Because vaccination will not be effective if we don't attain the 70% of our population vaccinated for herd immunity. This is why we call on our local government chiefs to give us a special message, a short message on their commitment to ensure that their constituents are vaccinated against COVID-19.
Right, so we will start, Dr. Helen.
Okay, so representing the Governor of Cebu, we would like to call on Provincial Board Member Carrie Ann Shimura for a short message of commitment.
The Chairman for the Committee on Health.
To our distinguished guests, Secretary Harry Roque, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My beloved friends and colleagues in the public service, we courageously commemorate a year and months already, the havoc caused by COVID-19. We piled up our hopes that one day, this journey of ours would once again restore the joys of togetherness, the smiles of happiness and the warm embrace to every celebration which were deprived from us for a long time because of this pandemic. In name of our first woman governor of the province of Cebu, the Honorable Gwen Garcia, the Cebu provincial government has been in the forefront of this battle, together with our line agencies and the heroic services of our frontliners. Since from the very beginning, we have relentlessly pursued our initiatives to combat this pandemic, all together with our frontliners. But today, with all cheerfulness, we have received indeed the answer to our prayers as we ceremoniously conduct this COVID-19 vaccination. We in the Cebu Provincial Government will, shall, and always support all the relevant undertakings of the Department of Health and all initiatives of the national government under the administration of President Duterte for the welfare for everyone, especially the Cebuanons. I congratulate everyone for these milestones of our initiatives against COVID-19. We shall end our fight very soon against pandemic with the help of everyone. Daghang salamat ug mabuhi kitang tanan.
Thank you so much, Board Member Shimura. Thank you. So now we call on from the City of Mandaue, Mayor Jonas Cortez. You may begin.
Daghang salamat ug may hapon natong tanan. Well, as what Andrew Carnegie said, once said that teamwork is the ability to work towards a common goal, and it is the fuel that allows common people to reach uncommon results. And today is one of these momentous event. And again, ang Dakbayas Mandaue, no, daghan kayong moingon nga gikinahanglan gyud ang panagiusa dinhi sa Metro Cebu. Allow me to share something, my experience nga di gid mahimo nga ang Mandaue dili mo kooperar. Why? Because Mandaue is the gateway to Cebu. Daghan nangutan na mayor unsa may naitabo sa Mandaue sa COVID. Ingko tinuod apektado. Economically, dunay epekto, but fortunate enough, Mandaue being a industrial city, daghan kayong companies nga mga essential. So in other words, daghang kompanya. That's precisely the reason why we need to cooperate with our neighboring cities, like for example Cebu and Lapu-Lapu. No, kay we are the corridor of Metro Cebu. Mao to hinungdan sa pag-spike last year, wa gyud mi mo sira. You know why? kay maapektuhan not just Cebu, not just Lapu-Lapu, but the entire province of Cebu. We need to help each other. Kani akong ipasalig ninyo nga kami sa Dakbayas Mandawi, forever we will pitch in for this noble intention of our beloved President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. And it is our fervent prayer that let us continue to be stewards of our fellow Filipinos. Kaninyong tanan, the message is so loud and clear that we are all part of the problem and part of the solution. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you so much, Mayor Jonas Cortez of the City of Mandaue.
Next, we will have a representative of representing Cebu City. We have Vice Mayor Michael Rama.
Maayong hapon. A big hand to my very good friend, not in a hurry, but should be in a hurry to become a senator. I'm referring to Secretary Roque. A big hand to Secretary Roque. All the distinguished presidential personalities, can we give them a round of applause, please? And my colleagues in public service as well. All of us, can we give ourselves a round of applause? Daghang sulti, daghang sayop. Gamay sulti, gamay sayop. This is a Chinese, very famous guidance for all of us. In this pandemic, what is required now is act. Act and act. Dada ng dada, walang gawa, hindi tama. So my dear friends, the city of Cebu, definitely, with Mayor Edgardo Colina Labella and our Colin Powell, our adopted son, Major General Fel Feliciano, will have our role out plan. And we should be, as we would have wanted it yesterday, we must do it now. And I promise in behalf of the city government, we are one island, one Cebu island, making it happen in God's glory. Daghang salamat. Maayong hapon kaniyong tanan. Hip hip!
Thank you so much, Vice Mayor Michael Lucas Rama.
Oh, and we mentioned po the adopted couple of Cebu City, no? General Feliciano and Ma'am Mia Feliciano,
Mia.
for which we will forever be grateful for all of the efforts for the COVID response. Thank you very much.
And we
now,
also have from the city of Lapu-Lapu, please welcome Mayor Jonard Ahong Chan.
Thank you, our distinguished guest, Secretary Harry Roque, fellow public servants, friends, ladies and gentlemen, maayong hapon atong tanan. Praise the Lord. Maabot na gyud ang atong gipaabot na vaccine o bakuna. Yesterday, we have our simulation on the conduct of the COVID vaccination. We are the first in Region 7. We take this pride as the first LGU in Region 7 to have conducted the simulation in Lapu-Lapu City is 101% ready for the vaccination. Being the gateway to the province of Cebu, we are duly bound to safeguard our city. The Opunganons, the locators doing business in the city, and the tourists coming in. We are happy that the vaccine is finally here. I will volunteer myself to be the first to get vaccinated in the city of Lapu-Lapu. To set an example for the Opunganons that the vaccine is safe. Luwas ang Sinovac vaccine. Magdungan mi ni Dr. Mary Jane Loreche. Kay kibaw kaning Pinoy, dili magpa-vaccine o walay sample. Muna kaming duha ni Dr. Mary Jane Loreche. Mo'y among ipakita sa dakbayan sa mga Opunganon nga ang Sinovac is safe. Thank you very much, Consul from China, and daghang salamat kanatong tanan. To God be the glory.
Daghang salamat, Mayor Ahong Chan.
Thank you, Mayor Ahong Chan.
So we will all be witnessing this afternoon the pledge of commitment of our LGU chiefs.
So please,
as they affix their signature to our pledge of commitment on this tarpaulin.
We always want to make it tangible because we always want to show to people that we are sincere.
Because we have learned that what is not
with
written
our actions
was not done. So we are asking
And we
them,
are in few minutes na lang para sa tuwang ceremonial vaccination. I'm sure everybody is excited.
Yes.
Right. And Dr. Loreche will be one of them this afternoon.
Okay. So let us read the pledge of commitment as our LGU chiefs affix their signature.
Alright,
It
so
reads,
this is the pledge of commitment.
Okay. I voluntarily affirm my support to the implementation of coronavirus disease 19 vaccination program of the Department of Health.
I and or my organization recognize the fact that COVID-19 is highly contagious and infectious and poses dangerous threat to the lives of people. Thus, I encourage my constituents to get vaccinated for COVID-19 and assure them that the vaccine is an important ally in the fight against the coronavirus.
With the rising cases of COVID-19 in the Philippines, it is equally important to mitigate the impacts of COVID-19 pandemic through expanding the COVID-19 vaccination drive beyond healthcare and frontline workers to the general population.
And to manifest my sincere support is my signature below. So we would like to invite our leaders from the different local government units. Okay, so we have board member Kerry Ann Simura. We have Vice Mayor Michael Lopez Rama, Mayor Jonas Cortez,
and
Mayor Jonard Chan
of Lapu-Lapu City.
Alright, so we have the petal pens there.
Ladies first po.
Ladies first. Okay, so we would like to again remind everybody.
Yes, remember that we are able to prevent COVID transmission by maintaining physical distancing, by wearing our face mask and our face shield, and by regular hand hygiene. So
Okay, we would like to remind our friends from media and press that we would have our guests first to go to the vaccination area. So
Yes,
our
we would like
ushers,
to
please
request
guide our guests.
that we give way to our guests in moving and transferring to the area for vaccination.
Again, we have board member Kerry Ann Kimura, Vice Mayor Michael Lopez Rama, we have Mayor Jonas Cortez and Mayor Jonard Chan. And the pledge of commitment. A round of applause for all of them.
Thank you very much.
So we would like to request our
Dr. Gerardo M. Aquino, Chief of the St. Anthony Mother and Child Hospital, Dr. Juan.